Welcome to another episode of Medieval Dynasty, and I have learned quite a bit since the last time I recorded. I just edited that episode last night, and I've learned quite a bit since then. For one, this rabbit thing's gonna be harder than I thought it was gonna be, because I tried that in my other game, and I ended up failing it even though I was trying. So we'll have to see if we can complete that. Those are bison. I have now learned that buffalo are not that. See, so where are we on the map? Okay, here. That was the tree cutter. We go to the journal. His story. We could talk to him again, but he can wait. Kind of want to find somewhere to start setting up. I want to check out maybe right here. I think that would be kind of a cool spot. It'd be quite the view to look out at that little island. So I might head over there and just see what that looks like. Keep my eye out for any rabbits while we're going. How many spears do I have? 2? I might cut down a tree and get some more spears. I've since learned that you can just hold the button to cut down trees. You don't have to click every swing. So that's nice. Rabbit. See him. So you can crouch to be a little more quiet, and then you can upgrade how quiet you are. Oh, I see 2 of them. Okay. This one's closer. You can see him right there in between those 2 trees. I think I was probably closer to that one. Oh my god, there's one right here. Oh, I didn't even see that one. Okay, we're going for this one now. No. Oh my god, there's another one right there. They're everywhere. They were right about it being overpopulated. Luckily you can use this vision to find your spears, because I would lose them immediately otherwise. Oh, there's one right here. I won't show... You could skin them and get the meat and stuff. I won't show that, just in case that bothers anybody. These guys aren't aggressive unless you get too close, so I'm just gonna give him his space. I'm gonna go get that rabbit. Now we need to see, can we see any more of those rabbits? Once they sit still, they're so hard to notice. Oh, there's one. Alright, I'm gonna go try to get it. We need to get 4 of them. Dang it, I missed. Oh, there's another one. Ugh, so bad at these. Oh no, I got it. Here's another one. Do I still have one more spear? They break the more you use them. And sometimes they break really quickly, or sometimes they last a bit longer. Don't know what makes the difference. Now the question is where's that tree I cut down? I think maybe that's it. We'll have to see. Problem is the tree didn't fully fall because it was braced on another tree, so I can't just like look for one on the ground. Okay, I got another one. Yeah, I think this is that tree. I'm gonna finish cutting it down so I can make some more spears. There is a multiple craft, which is very useful. So I have to continue to go through that menu a bunch. Looks like we need to eat. There's a feather right there. What do we got again? Quite a bit of food. We could eat another one of these. Might do that. Just because it fills up so much. Now, we've gotten 3. We just need 1 more rabbit. It's like, who's that one? No. The rock. Oh my god, there's one right in front of me. And we did it! We got all of them! We need to go back and talk to that guy. Hello. Editor Nox here. So when I edited the last video, I realized it was kind of hard to tell when I was talking to NPCs, when I was reading what the NPC was saying and what I was reading my character having said. So I made little like speech bubbles. I'll put the NPCs kind of like by their head, and then for when I'm reading as the main character, I'll have it coming like off the side of the screen or something. So that's why these speech bubbles are popping up. It's because even I was having trouble figuring out who I was reading as, so hopefully that's a bit helpful. Back to you, past Nox. Hello, sir. I have done what you have asked for. Thank you very much. This should be enough. Here's your reward. It's not much, but it's honest work. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, we got some bread and some coin. Very nice. So, head towards that river and see if we can find a spot. Right here would also be really nice. It'd be between so many towns. I'm not going to pick up any more quests for this season since we only really have one more day, so I'm going to spend the rest of the season trying to locate a settlement location. My backup location for building our settlement will be right here. If we don't find anywhere else, this would be a good spot. It's by this river, it's got a little bridge right here. So we'll keep that in mind. But let's go check out other locations. We're now where that little island is. This could be a really good spot. I mean, look how flat that is. You'd have no troubles building anything. Looks like there's kind of a road path of some sort that leads off that way. Yeah, this could be a really good spot as well. Trees are a bit closer. Bridge is nicer. It's not a whole lot in the way of reeds like there is in that other spot, but they should be pretty easy to carry a bunch of. I'm gonna go check here and then maybe there. This is a crazy flat spot. There is so much space you could build out that way. And you'd be very central to a bunch of trading, like, look at all these cities you can reach through these roads. Oh, and there's reeds right there. Can you imagine all our fields out over there? Another good spot. Why are there so many good spots? Since I've encountered reeds, I'll pick a bunch. Straw's pretty light, so at least we won't have to worry too much about our first building needing it. We're almost to the other spot I wanted to check. We're getting down into here. Spent the night out in the forest by a campfire. The peaceful night. Uneventful. I like how this is so low right there. It'd be kind of cool to build a house down there and then a set up here. Get like some tiered stuff going on in the village. So here I think is where... Is this where I was thinking? Yeah. This is not quite as flat besides that tiered area. I guess over there is a little more flat, but I think it's a little too sloped. I do like that this one has the river sound though. I feel like maybe it would be too close to that village right there. You can see a house right there. Do they have any quests up there? No. I've never been to that village before. Alright, found a new river. Let's see if we follow it, if we can find anything along it. Oh, it's a point where two rivers meet. Looks like a little fall over there. It's not as flat as one would hope for building though. That's another cool view. Definitely not a good spot for building, I don't think. But man, that would be nice. Benefit of following rivers to try and find homes is it's easy to get a drink when you're thirsty. We've come to the end of that river. Over there's a village. That's I think the main village we started in. Oh, another cart. Yeah, this place isn't very good for building. Oh man, I'm super torn between these two spots. This one I think is by far the most centralized to the most places. So that would be quite the benefit. But it is a bit more sloped, so we may run into troubles there. But I would be very sad not to build near this so we could hear this lovely brook all of the time. But I do think I will go with the centralized around the 4 or 3 roads. Yeah, I think this is just gonna be what we're gonna go with. It's hard to beat this location. I mean, look at that. Getting trees might be a bit of a pain because they are kind of off in the distance and they're heavy, but I think it'd be really fun because I think you can build an inn. We built it like maybe either in the middle of all of these streets or off like one of these edges, like right there, so that it would be easy for anyone who traveled to get to that inn and stay there. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. Now where do we want to central the town? Where do we want to like centralize it? I don't think we want to go off this way. And I kind of like that clump of trees in that little spot. I think we may leave that there. I think like sandwiched here would be the best idea. Let's see if we can zoom in on the roads here eventually. So you could see we have quite a few paths through here. This is that tree area. This is off towards the lake. I think maybe we'll claim this area. So it kind of looks like they have to go around our town to change around directions. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Now the question becomes, where do we want our houses and stuff? I think I will leave like right here for the inn of sorts. I think I want an entrance road to go kind of down the middle here somewhere, like this. I think what we'll want to do is maybe wall off along the roads here. And then we'll have like entrances along the way, like here and here or something. But I think I want that main one that goes down the middle and then out towards the fields. I'm just trying to figure out where to place that. I kind of like it being around this sign. Hopefully putting my road won't ruin the sign. It probably won't allow me to build the road too close to it. Oh, so I cut down this tree here to see if it would allow me to place that path. That tree was what was blocking me. I was like, where's my other log? It is right here in between this tree. Alright. Continue to see if we can get this path placed somewhere around these parts. So yes, we've created our path right there. Yeah, I like that. So we'll eventually have to take that down. I don't have the shovel required for removing that. So we'll go out something like that. See if that lines up kind of like what I want. Yeah, I'd say that'll make a nice line through this area. Okay, perfect. So the inn will be off that direction. So I guess the first building I'll make, it will be right here, which I suppose will be my house. So here's all the different types of buildings. We'll have houses, resources. So like I could set up this woodshed and they'll cut every tree within a certain radius of it. I think they might plant stuff, I'm not sure yet. We can also have them mine or excavate. What would they be digging up? Rock, salt, and limestone, or digging clay. Anything within 50 meters. Okay. And then there's also the mine. And then we'll have storages, so there's different tiers. We've got resources and then food. We'll need both of these for before we get a villager to join us. Farming, so we can have a bunch of creatures. We can also obviously have fields that we plant. And then we have survival, so we have hunting camps, so the villagers will go out and hunt, or they'll forage out of this building, and then this will be for fishing, which we have a big lake for, so that'll be good. And then crafting. We have all of these different, we've got the inn, or tavern, sewing, workshops, and smithy. So those are the different types we have so far in the game. But I think maybe we'll start with the house. I hate to take down this cluster of trees, but we are surrounded by a forest. We may try to leave like a couple here and there, but we'll have to see how they work around the buildings we choose to build. Alright, we're getting a little over encumbered. Do we have enough? We need 2 more. So 1 more birch. Each type of tree gives a different number of logs. So birch gives 2. The oaks give like 5 or 4. And then pine, I'm not sure what type of tree it is, but the Christmassy tree looking thing, that one gives us 3. Can we still move? Yes, but slowly. I find that walking at a diagonal, so hitting both the sideways and the forward, makes you move a little faster. So that's a nice little trick for now. So now we'll take our house. Small house. Line it up, sort of. Maybe we'll... I don't want to be too close to that tree. I don't know where that's going to be in relation to that road. Fortunately, once you click, it's set. So let's just kind of get an idea of where that other road is. So we're not too close. Go something like that. Let's see, how did we do? Probably too tight. If we build a wall along this, there won't be much space, but that should be fine. I feel like my road bends, or I somehow didn't line up my house well enough. Oh well. So now we've got our foundation. We could take our hammer, and if we put it into... No, we could just walk up. So we could go here, we could change out what the walls are made out of, and what material we go with changes like how well it holds heat and stuff like that. Oh, we want a door here. There we go. I don't know about this, keeping this a window. I probably won't. Just because that eventually will just be a wall. We can always change it out later. We can destroy walls and put in new ones. I'm changing it out to be stone just to begin with, I think. I'm not sure. We'll leave up there as wattle, which is just like woven sticks, it looks like. And then I'll probably just leave a thatch roof. But I might make the walls out of stone except for the front ones. Okay, I might do something like that. Let's see what we could build. So you can see in the materials down below, the log and straw. Versus like right here, which needs logs and stick. So I'm just gonna put in what materials we do have. Ooh. We had the perfect number of thatch. Oh, it looks like we have a knowledge point, so I'll go look at that here in a second. Take down some trees. Ooh, that was dangerous. Right, so tab. This might just be information, but it does look like we have some skills. So we first need to build up, you know, some stuff here, which then opens up the next tier, and so on. I think knowledge, survival knowledge is a good idea. +1 skill points from survival activities, so we'll level up faster. So it seems like a good idea to start there. So let's get a point in there. We have a roof over our head. So we put that. That's all we've got, but it's a start. I guess I could do a bit of a montage. Where am I? Why am I here? What? I must say, because at the seasons change, you usually wake up in your bed regardless of where you went to sleep. But since I don't have a home, I guess it just took me to the closest town. So, here we are. Never been to this place. I might start trying to get our approval up with these guys so that they can join us later. As you can see, I'm creating a new settlement and we can ask them to join us. But we need to get their approval up to 70. And I've since learned that their approval... Oh, okay. Just wait. I've learned that their approval from sayings have to do with like their work type. So saying something about someone having really nice clothing, farmers aren't going to be really into that conversation because they're covered in mud and they have hard work, whereas a craftsman who's like a sewer or something like that would be much more interested. So something that I'm trying to figure out better. Obviously we need a wife to have kids. That's what that's telling us. So what I wanted to do is look at what she can do. So she's going to be like a crafter because she can, well, she might not because she could be a hunter or the blacksmith. I just got into hunting. Any tips? So yeah, we got a higher approval for that. And then what does he do? Craft and hunting, or like fishing. So, hey, do you have a minute? This whole like working as hard as possible pays off. Farmers aren't into that because they're like, well, if that was the case, I'd be rich by now. So that's something you probably want to leave for people who are like sewers or craftsmen of some sort. Got into hunting? Nope. Do I look like I cover myself? So he considers himself a crafter. So the other one would have been better. He doesn't want to talk to me now though. Sorry. So let's get back to town, I guess. I did level up. So probably... Ooh, faster logging though. That would be quite the benefit. So would be getting more points. So I guess I'll do that one first, begrudgingly. So now that the season has changed, the resources that we can find have also changed. We will no longer be able to find morels, but the berry bushes will now be mature enough to eat. So I won't poison myself on them this time. So you can see here, we've got actual ripe berries. I like collecting them as long as I can see them because they sell for 1 coin each. So it's kind of like a currency I can eat. Oh, look at our little house. It's turning into something. Ooh, can we upgrade that? So I got a survival point. Can I... Survival sense? Yes! Okay. So now when we do this, we can see those herbs and stuff and mushrooms. Like, you can't tell that there's a bunch of healing plants here. Like you can when you have that view. Thing is a blessing. We need to get as many of these as possible. And we've got 4 walls. We're halfway there. Or 2, I guess. They're 4 segments. We have 2 whole walls. If we had 4 whole walls, we'd have a house. Okay. What's so heavy? Maybe the 5 pounds of berries? Or the 9 pounds of sticks? Let's just drop those for a second. I don't think they go away. We left it on the road so we can find it. Oh, our stick is actually labeled in my view. That's extra useful. We'll be right back for that. I think I'm about to finish the house. We'll see if I have all of the materials. I'm really close. You can see we have everything but 4 segments done. Alright. 2 stone, 1 log. 1 log, and... Yes! We have finished a quest. We have built our house. Next chapter thing. Survive for a season. Alright, I will do my best. I should go get our sticks. And then that'll probably be it for this episode. Look at our beautiful little house. Quite proud of it. Didn't leave any windows on this side because I didn't know what I'd be looking at. This side will be looking at the fence, so we'll leave that. And then I have this one because there's these pretty trees. And then that one. Oh, it did filled with some furniture, so we've got 3 sleeping spots, a cooking spot, and a chest, which we will definitely be putting some stuff in right now. Yeah, we've started our little village, and I'm very excited to see how it's gonna all pan out in this area. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.